Hello, and welcome back to part 4 of my functional skills maths check. Straight to a question. Right, we talked about this a little bit at the end of part 3. First thing I'm going to do is show that examiner I know that £1 is the same or equal to 100 pennies. It's similar to what we do when we're converting from metres to centimetres. Yeah, we have that, kilometres, metres, centimetres, and the last one, millimetres. When I go from pounds to pennies, what I do is I multiply by 100. And then in the same respect, the light is a bit harsh there, isn't it? Let me just wiggle this over a bit. That's a bit better. And then when I go from pennies to pounds, I do the opposite. I divide, that's a bit small, divide by 100. So let's have a go. I've got my loaf of bread. That is in 89p. I want it in pounds. So I'm going from pennies to pounds. I've got to divide by 100. Yep, and that will give me the answer 0.89. Yeah, that looks like a pound, doesn't that? That looks like it's converted into pounds. Next one I've got is my cereal. Equals, I like cereal, as long as it's not covered in sugar. So I'm just going to jot that straight underneath, £1.25. And then I've got the last thing, the pot of yoghurt. That's got to be a conversion, hasn't it? So that's 50. Divide by 100, and that's going to give me 0.50. Next thing I'm going to do is add them all together. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 9, 14. Carry that down there. Carry my 1. I'm going to do that straight away or I'll forget it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 8. 16. Well done. I'm going to carry that 1 over there. So I've got 1 plus 0, 1 plus another 1. That gives me 2. Drop down the decimal point. £2.64 is how much the items cost altogether, or the total. Next question I've got is about sweets. So I've got some pictures of sweets, multicoloured sweets. Sweets are okay, but don't eat them one every couple of minutes, because that means your teeth are covered in sugar for a lot longer. If you're going to eat them, try and eat them all quite quickly. Same thing with fizzy drinks. You know when people hold them, have a little sip, have a little sip, just means you're covered in sugar all the time, and that's not good. So I share, split, share 20 sweets between 4 people. How many sweets does each person get? Have a go. So, I bet some of you might have gone straight for writing 50 sweets. 0 points, but you probably know that, don't you, by now? So, share 20 sweets between 4 people. 20, what button was it? My favourite, the divide. Some people call it the share. 20 shared between 4 people. All the time I'm looking backwards and forwards just to make sure I'm getting my numbers correct. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 what? 5 sweets. Fabulous. Next question. A shop assistant gets paid £5 an hour. Assistant, somebody that helps, and meaning 1. She worked Monday 2 hours, Tuesday 2 hours, Thursday 3 hours. How much did she get paid? Okay, have a go. So I've gone straight for the 7. Gotta show my method. So I've got to write 2 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. Be very careful that you write down the right numbers. Sometimes when something looks easy, people can rush them and make a little mistake. So I've worked out how many hours And then how much does she get paid? 7 hours, 7 lots, or 7 times 5 equals 35. I'm going to add my pound sign there. So she gets paid £35. And there she is. She's got some nice healthy carrots there as well. So a restaurant bought 197 carrots. What would that be if you rounded it to the nearest 10? So we've got to look at the 7. So is that past the 5 or below the 5? It's past the 5, so it would go up. So that would be 200. So the restaurant bought 197 carrots. You could round that to 200 quite easily, couldn't you? 38 of whom? What could you round that to? 40. Good. 40 of them went mouldy. Got some illustrations of mould just down there. There's my carrots. Yuck, they don't look very good. And then the bread, green mould. Sometimes mould is good though. I like cheese with some mould in it. How many carrots are left? So I'm just going to do this roughly, have an approximate idea. So I'm going to have 200, if I'm rounding it, minus my 40. That gives me 160. So I've got a rough idea that my answer should be 160. Have a go. So I want to get my 197, and then I want to take out, there's a takeaway, well done. I want to take 38 out of those, and that should give me the answer 159. 159 what? Carrots. Oh, can't get that on there. Is that close to what I estimated? It is pretty close. That was a good guess. Good approximate. Right, you need 125 grams of sugar to make 1 Victoria sponge. That's a nice sponge cake down there with some lovely heavy, look like raspberries. How much sugar would you need to make 4 of them? Okay, so let's do it. We'll do it 2 ways. That is sugar. So I need 125 G's of sugar. And the next thing over here is cake. I know that 125 makes 1 cake. How much sugar would I need to make 4? So I'm going to write my 4 under there. What have I done to 1 to make it into 4? I've multiplied it, times it by 4. So what I do on one side, got to do on the other side. 4 times that, 500 grams. That would be my answer. Or I could do, so 125 1 cake. What would 4 times 125 be? 500, the same. I'm going to make sure I add my G for grams. Right, looking at the pictures, I've got some tiles up there. Very good for stuffing water going in. The shape of those tiles? Rectangles, that's good. 2 sets of parallel lines. And underneath I've got, I think we used this in class, glue. Another word for glue is adhesive. Adhesive, joining things together. A tiler buys tiles and adhesive. Okay, 1 box of tiles, £12.98, and tile adhesive, a 10-litre tin, £6.85. And then it says at the bottom, what does he pay for a box of tiles and a tin of adhesive? I'm going to do it like this. So here, £1, £12.98, and then I'm going to join it with £6.85. Yeah, and then I'm going to put them together. 8 plus 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's going to give me a 3 down there. And then 13. So I'm going to carry my 1. 9 plus 8, 17. Plus that 1, 8, carry 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. So you put that there. Oh, mustn't forget the decimal point. And then 1 plus nothing is be a total of £19.83. Yes, you can check it. The way I'm going to check this is rounding approximation. £12.98. What would you call that? I'm going to call it £13. And then this, what would you round that to make it nice and easy? Yeah, you could round it to £6.90, but that's not very easy. It's not an easy number to work to. I'm going to round this to whole pounds, yeah? And look at that. That 8 would mean that I would go up. So I'm going to call that £7. And I'm going to join them together. My noughts, give me a nought, another nought there. Drop my little decimal point down. 13 plus 7 gives me 20. Are these two sums similar, close? Yes, they are. So just looking at the pictures, I've got some bottles of water. Looks like water, doesn't it? You've always got to be careful. Plastic bottles, clear bottles, all bottles that can be recycled. And then I've got a £5 note at the top. £5. Okay. My 3 pictures. Which one is the correct way to cough? Left, right or centre? I hope you all said centre. So Nikki buys a bottle of cough mixture costing £1.50. She pays with a £5 note. How much change does she get? So what I want to do is get my £5 to start with. That's what I've got in my hand. And I want to take out the £1.50. So 5 minus £1.50 equals, put that there, £3.50p. How much change does she get? £3.50. Always worth knowing what your change you should get. If you were doing that in your head, you could get your £5, take out the £1 part, that will get you to 4, and then you could take out the 50p, that will get you to £3.50. Next question. I don't think we're going to have enough time for this one, but we'll have a little look at it. A bottle of cough medicine holds 100 millilitres. How many millilitres make a litre? 1,000. How many 5mm spoons can you get from 100 mils? This is a fitting question. What you want to do is see how many times 5 mils actually fits into 100 mils. So I'm going to get my 100 and I'm going to divide it. Ooh, can you see that? Is that big enough? Divide by 5 equals 20. How many 5mm spoons could you get from 100ml? 20 spoonsful. You say to me, how are you sure, Jane? I say to you, shall we check it? Let's check it. I'm going to do a reverse calculation. 20 lots. Ooh, it's going to be the opposite of the divide, so that's going to be a times, isn't it? 20 times 5 mils would give me how many? 100 millilitres. So it's good to check that one. Well, brilliant. I think I'll see you on part 5. Bye for now.